YouTube, what it do? It's your guy CJ back with another video, back with another episode of the CJ Wilkins YouTube channel. Also, the Be a Man podcast affiliate. We are in season 11 right now. And I want to do an episode today, man, about a phenomenon that I've come to the realization of very well as of late. Something that God has put on my heart to share with you all fine folk this morning, this evening, this afternoon, tonight, whenever you decide to watch this episode. You have to know, man, a lot of you all that are watching this right now, you're going through a season of transformation, right? And when I say transformation, you're probably going through a season right now of a lot of reset. You know, things in your life may be kind of going disarray, at least on the outside, right? It's not truly you're not being dismantled in a way that you may think you are from an appearance level, right? But a lot of you all may be going through the storm right now. There may be, you may be in a season of trial and tribulation in your life. And one thing about the season of trial and tribulations, and we're all going to come to know them in life. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. You will know trials in life, and you will know much tribulation. And that's from the Bible. All right? So, if you don't take my word for it. But I'm telling you, man, sometimes when you're going through these rough seasons, it's very easy to kind of succumb to the feelings and the emotions as to why you're going through them, right? It's very easy to get into the woe is me phenomenon, way of thinking, right? But what if you were going through, and I just want to pose a question, right? Just a thought, right? What if you were going through everything you're going through because you were being planted? You feel like you're being buried right now. This going wrong, that going wrong. Everything appears to be just falling around you, right? You feel the ground starting to shatter and collapse beneath your feet. And you say to yourself, man, why is everything going wrong right now? Why are so many things in my life going bad right now? What if you were being prepared for the largest, the greatest breakthrough in your entire life? What if you were getting ready? What if the Creator, what if the universe, what if God was preparing you for your magnum opus in life? What if your greatest victory was right in front of you? But before you got to that greatest part of your life, you had to be broken down and rebuilt. You had to be tested and forged in the fires and the flames of adversity to even prove yourself worthy of what's coming. What if that was the case? What if your suffering and your pain the last 6 months, the last 1 year, the last 2 years, the last 3 years, the last 5 years, what if all of that suffering, pain, agony, betrayal, defeat, loss, what if all of these things were preparing you and molding you for who you needed to be the second half of 2026? That layoff in 2024, that divorce in 2023, that that injury or that illness that you had in 2020, the disrespect, the betrayal that you experienced in 2021. What if all of these episodic experiences of turmoil were the foundational blocks of what God has built for you while you were going through the lesson? Because make no mistake about it, everything in life is a lesson. There is no such thing as a loss. There's no such thing as a quote-unquote defeat per se, right? Everything in life that we go through, that we experience, there is a lesson attached to it. And it is on us, excuse me, it is on us to seek what the lesson is and learn from the lesson. But everything in life is a lesson. Even if you can't see it in a moment, I'm here to tell you, man, a lot of y'all right now that are listening to the sound of my voice, 2025 was hell for y'all. 2024 was rough, right? And the first half of 2026 is kind of bad, but it's getting a little better. But you're still trying to process the last couple of years you've had. You know. So I encourage you to use this season and this time in your life not to feel pity for yourself, not to feel shame for yourself, not to feel bad for yourself even. I want you to use this time in your life to really take initiative and take very seriously, take great inventory of what you need for the next 5, 10, 15 chapters of your life. I need you to really just focus on who you need to be in the next season of your life, the next chapter of your life, the next paragraph of your life. Who and what do you need to be? Because you're being prepared for it right now. Some of y'all have been praying and talking to God for, you want a big house, you want a better paying job, you want a better relationship, you want to find your husband or your wife. Some of y'all want to, start a lucrative business, Some of y'all want to create a YouTube channel or a Facebook channel, or, you want to get monetized on social media. Some of y'all want to get your passports and travel. Some of y'all just want to improve your credit score, Some of y'all want to build better relationships with your children. You got kids and whatnot. They're getting older. They're getting ready to get out the house and go to college. You want to have a good relationship with them. You may not have the best relationship with them right now, but, some of y'all want to get back into the Word of God, You want to find you a home church to go to, Some of y'all want to improve your wardrobe, like whatever it is, Learning a second or third language, whatever it is, you got to figure out what do you have to do right now that's going to better facilitate that blessing when it is bestowed upon you, because the blessing is coming. You wouldn't be going through what you're going through if God was not delivering you out of it better. And because God is going to deliver you from this storm and from this season, a better you, what comes with that has to be better by proxy. But are you doing what you need to do on a day-to-day level to prepare for what God is preparing you for? Because so many times people ask for blessings. They ask for these grandiose things, right? They want to go to these places. They want to achieve these markers of success. They want, they ask for these things, but they don't do the work to prepare themselves to become that. And it's very vital. It's very vital to become what it is that you're asking for. Become what it is that you're praying for. Because what happens so many times, and I've seen it, when you're not aligned with something or some place or someone, you may be lucky to know how to manipulate to get something you want, but it's always going to be temporary. It's never going to truly be yours, right? And people do it every day. People do it all the time. They try to manipulate the universe to get a favorable outcome or get something they want in that moment. And if you're able to get it, if you're not spiritually or vibrationally aligned with that thing or with that person or with that place, it's not going to work. Excuse me. Sinuses have been kicking my butt this year, but yeah, man, like you have to truly be aligned with where you're going, and you have to take this season not to beat yourself up, not to go hard on yourself, not to put yourself down, but use this season to align and set yourself up with who you need to be and what you need to be to get to where you're supposed to go. All right? You have to. It's a must. You absolutely have to do it. And I'm here to tell you too, you're going to appreciate a great deal the storm you went through when you see the paradise that's on the other side. When those clouds clear, when the storm is over and the rain stops and the cloudiness goes away and the sun comes out and it's sunny and it's shiny again, the blessing that you're going to receive, the victory that's going to be in your possession, everything you went through before is going to all of a sudden make sense. If it doesn't make sense now, because sometimes you have to kind of see it, you have to experience it to believe it sometimes, you know. And being a man who has hit rock bottom twice in my life, like, I mean rock bottom, I'm talking like flat out, like the only way to go is up. The climb back from that was always greater and sweeter because you learn a lot when you're in rock bottom. And I'll be sure to do an episode about rock bottom at a later date because I really think you all can learn a lot from that. And I can learn a lot from that as well. Sometimes I gain a lot of information from talking to you guys, but I'm kind of talking to myself, right? But learning how to build yourself up in these moments, learning how to add the tools that you need, learning how to add the skills that you need to do the self-work to become who you're supposed to become, because you're supposed to be forming into something else when you're going through these storms and when you're going through these times in your life, you know. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. It's actually a good thing that you're going through these type of experiences, but don't waste these experiences. You know, you can't sleep it away, you can't drink it away, you can't smoke it away, you can't sex it away, you can't you can't ignore the work that you have to do in your season of preparation. And God is preparing you for something greater, something bigger. He's preparing you for what you prayed for. But make sure in this season you're not wasting time. Make sure in this season you're not feeling bad for yourself. Make sure in this season you're not blaming other people for where you are in life. Because we're all are where we are because of our own decisions and choices and thought processes. You know, it's always on us. I don't care if those people sabotaged you, work against you, were hating on you, jealous of you. That may be true. And in a lot of cases, there's credence to that, right? But no matter what, it's all on you at the end of the day. It's all on you. And when you're going through that season, man, when you're just rebuilding, and it seems like this rebuild is taking longer than what it should, you're like, man, I just can't seem to catch a break and everything is going bad around me. Learn how to sit still and pray. Learn how to really just calmly sit down and talk to God and build a rapport with God or your creator if you're not a God person, you know, with the universe even, you know. Learn how to have these conversations to build alignment, because until you're aligned with what you want, right? And there are books that talk about this, man. You know, 48 Laws of Power, As a Man Thinketh, The Richest Man in Babylon. There's so many examples of like literature of people writing about what I'm talking about. So I'm not saying anything that's new or super profound or anything like that. But sometimes you need that reminder. Sometimes you need that punch in the chest to say, hey, you know, this is what you have to do. And I mean, again, man, like, use these seasons of being planted to try to turn into the best crop you can possibly be. Because harvest is going to come, whether you're ready or not. And when harvest comes, you want to be prepared. You want to be ready. You want to be the best version of you. So when you receive that blessing, you don't fumble it. You don't mistreat it. You don't mishandle it. You don't waste it. You show the greatest gratitude to your Creator by being appreciative of what He gives you. So as always, it's your guy CJ. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I really love you if you're still here. I greatly appreciate the support, and I'm out. Peace.